We're now live on YouTube.
And we're live on our site.
Okay, excellent. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Michael Mallon. I am the Director of Intergovernmental Affairs, incoming Chief of Staff for Queensborough President Donovan Richards Jr. It's a pleasure to be here today, and I want to thank my colleagues, Sharon Anderson, Director of Economic Development, and also John Perricone for organizing today's Veterans Business webinar. And we're certainly happy to be joined by two great partners, the New York City Department of Veterans Services and the Queens Public Library. We're here this afternoon to host a webinar for our veteran business owners, as well as the veteran community who is interested in starting a business, expanding a business, or even looking to get back into the job market. I'm happy that we also have the United States Small Business Administration with us to go into depth on all of the resources that they have for veteran business owners. As you know, Queens is home to the largest veteran population in the entire city of New York, and it's vital that we continue to provide the resources necessary to help veterans assimilate back into society. This touches upon providing them with the tools necessary to find a quality job, to start a business, and to make sure that their well-deserved benefits are easily accessible and protected. This also means to treat our service members with dignity and to remind them that we are greatly appreciative of the sacrifices that they made for us. I want to introduce Commissioner James Hendon of the New York City Department of Veterans Services. Commissioner Hendon is a vital partner in government, and I look forward to continuing to work together for our veterans.
Thank you so much, Michael, for that introduction. So good to be with all of you today. And as was mentioned, my name is James Hendon. I serve as Commissioner for the New York City Department of Veterans Services. I'd like to start by giving just honors and salutations to certain people who are here. You know, in his absence, Queensborough President Donovan Richards, and of course, his incoming Chief of Staff and Director of Intergovernmental Affairs, Michael Malone. I also want to call out, Veterans Coordinator and Special Assistant for Economic Development, John Perricone, Director of Economic Development, Sharon Anderson, Director of Communications and Legislation, Tiffany Eason, and then from the SBA, acknowledge my colleague, Man Lee Lane, Economic Development Specialist for the Small Business Administration. From the Queens Public Library, candidate Mark Ingram, Economic Counselor, and then just some friends who are not here, I want to say their names just to call them out. Also from the Chamber of Commerce for Queens, Tom Gretsch, CEO and President, and then Tom Santucci, Chairman. Welcome to this session, just as we come together to discuss entrepreneurship for all of our Queens vets. As Michael said, Queens has the highest number of veterans in this city, 27.9% of our veterans, or 58,815 people who have served in the military call Queens home. And we love that we're going to take some time for those who have chosen to embrace entrepreneurship to put as many nuggets on the table as possible so you walk away better than you began on your journey as an entrepreneur. 3 quick things I'll say. It's my pro tips, then I'll pass the mic. First off, if you forget anything that's said today, because a lot of information is going to be put out in this next hour, do not hesitate to contact us. We can be reached at nyc.gov/vetbusiness. Want to look us up online? It's nyc.gov/vetbusiness. If you want to email us, the email address is business@veterans.nyc.gov. It is business@veterans.nyc.gov. The phone number here is 212-416-5250. Once again, it's 212-416-5250. And on social media, the handle for us is @NYC Veterans. Once again, that handle is @NYC Veterans. So anything you forget, reach out to us. If you forget to ping us, reach out to the Borough President's team. If you forget the Borough President's team, reach out to the Queens Library's team. If you get Queens Library, reach out to the SBA. We're all one team, one fight here in helping you move the needle with your business. So please do not hesitate to contact us. We will put this information in the chat. Next thing I'll mention, this is formally launching this month, but we are erecting a Veteran Business Leadership Association here in the city of New York. The purpose of that Veteran Business Leadership Association is to act as a compass for entrepreneurs who are looking at doing business not only with government partners, but also with private sector partners. So if you're looking at opportunities to do business with the city, with the state of New York, with the country, go to that VBLA as a resource. If you're looking at private sector options, what makes us unique is that it's public and private. And the main work here, no one's going to do your work for you. No one's going to run your business for you. But we do want to illuminate the right path when you choose where you want to go and how you want to take this thing. So once again, more to follow on the VBLA. The initial salvo about this, all of you can visit nyc.gov/vetbizmap. It's nyc.gov/vetbizmap. We have a map of over 250 businesses right now in this city that are owned by veterans. It's 250 and climbing. And so if you want to see other peers doing this, or if you want to get in the game yourself and make sure your shingle hangs up that your business can be seen there, go to nyc.gov/vetbizmap. That's the first piece in the puzzle with the Leadership Association. More to follow. I'll be preceded by a colleague who's running that organization, Edgar Hernandez. So once again, VBLA is coming and we are here to help you. Last point, I say it every group I speak to, I got to say it right now. Thank you, thank you, thank you for your service. We look at these numbers as we approach Veterans Day. 44.9 million Americans have served in combat at some point during the 12 major conflicts we've had as a country. Roughly 966,000 have made the ultimate sacrifice and lost their lives. Over 9,000 have been missing in action and are still missing in action. Even greater numbers when you add those who served and did not serve during a time of war. It is something to be that man or woman who puts your hand up and says you will fight, kill, and die for this country. No number of webinars, no number of associations, no number of words can really make up the debt we owe you for what you've done. To go a step further, I say this as a business owner myself. I came to this job, step one for me was starting a small business and then following a path that led me to where I am. So as someone who is a business owner of a service-disabled veteran-owned firm that is also minority business certified, I say to you, we appreciate what you're doing also as a leader in the economic development space. It's one thing to lead in the Army, Air Force, Navy, Marines, Coast Guard. It's another thing to then take all that off and then come out here in this capitalist environment and still work hard to strive. And we see you, we empathize with you, and we are here for you. The numbers, if no one knows it, back in the day, more service members were self-employed than non-service members. Used to be 18% of us were self-employed back in 1998. 20 years later, that number dropped down to just over 10% who are self-employed. So there are fewer of us in this tribe as people who have served in the military and who own businesses. It's a whole other conversation we can get into as to why there are fewer, but the fact is that we are here and we are the engine that does many things in this country. And I ask you, as others on this line with us, to continue to handle your business and reach out to us if you need anything and know that we respect what you do. Just one other one, I have to put it out here. We're 2% of the country as far as veterans, yet 8% of all Fortune 500 CEOs. We look at companies ranging from Coca-Cola to FedEx to, what's the other one? Johnson & Johnson, McDonald's, Viacom, Lockheed Martin. These are things that are headed by those who had once served. And so when you look at what we do as we play hard in the paint here, you have a strong legacy that you are following and you're standing on the shoulders of giants. We're doing what we can to help you on that journey as you elevate. And we appreciate this next version of service that all of you embraced. So just two quotes to put out here. I love ending on a quote. One of them is, the best way to predict the future is to create it. It's Peter Drucker. It's the best way to predict the future is to create it. Entrepreneurs create the future. And then the other one is it's a Jeff Bezos quote. One of the huge mistakes people make is that they try to force an interest on themselves. You don't choose your passions choose you. I'm gonna say it one more time. One of the huge mistakes people make is that they try to force an interest on themselves. You don't choose your passions choose you. So to all who are here with us, who have chosen, whose passion is of entrepreneurship, of building something, of it being their own, of being your own general, your own captain, your own commander, for whom this has chosen you. know that you're not alone and you've got people who love you, who care about you, and want to do everything we can to see you succeed. So one more time, God bless you. God bless the city of New York, and God bless America. And I'll turn it back over to you, Michael. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Commissioner. And indeed, I want to thank everyone for their service. And I know we're on the same page in terms of our mission, for service. And I would like to take this time now to hand the mic back over to my colleague, to John Pericone. John, thank you very much.
Thank you, Michael. Once again, thank you to everyone who has taken the time to be here today. Also, thank you to Commissioner Hendon for the words that he provided for us. So what we're going to do is we would like to hear from Edgar Hernandez on the Veteran Business Leadership Association that the Commissioner had mentioned. And following Mr. Hernandez's presentation, we're going to introduce our other partners and listen to what resources they have as well. So Mr. Hernandez, if you're ready to present.
Perfect, thank you. I'm gonna set this up here really quick. I honestly, I was gonna present myself, but COVID hasn't been, I want to say that. So, give me one second. Can you see my screen? Are you able to see my screen?
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, perfect, perfect. I needed a cue there. Okay, perfect. So thank you to the president. I'm having some problems with the Zoom. It keeps on kicking me out, by the way. Just in case. Like I was saying, thank you to the Queensborough president. Thank you, Commissioner Hendon. Thank you, everyone who's on the panel today to really support our veterans with just about everything when it comes to either in need of some type of support or services, especially in the business community. And like the commissioner said, we are starting up the Veteran Business Leadership Association. It is one of the new organizations that's really coming it's coming out very soon in a couple of weeks, and we are very excited to be one of we're excited about the VBLA. Let me put it that way. So one of the things that I'm going to do today, I'm going to talk about our mission, our purpose, and the services that we provide. For some of you, you've known me for many years. And this is what I look like, right? It's been a long time. That was pre-COVID. COVID hasn't been really good. So, but I wanted to make sure you knew what I sort of looked like and still remember me. Man Lee, we're still friends. And to many folks here, I am coming back to the game, like they say. But today's agenda, I want to talk about our mission, our purpose, technical assistance, and contact information. All of this is really coming out, in about maybe 2 to 3 weeks. That's what we're pushing for, and it's going to be very exciting. It's also very new to the veteran landscape because we are very technical in what we do. We are not just about just one thing. We're very fluid in what we do, and this is something that's going to help our veterans really, take off as a business owner, and that's what our main purpose is. So our mission is really to help our veterans seeking support and assistance with running a business in New York City, in government contracting. Our leadership association will engage in the private sector, government advisory board, and local partners to build a consortium to facilitate the growth and development of veteran businesses. So that's our mission. Our purpose is really to promote certification and support advocacy. We want to speak on behalf of our veterans. I know that our commission is always fighting for our veterans, and the Queensborough president and many elected officials and the SBA. And we're going to continue to do that with our partners. But we want to make sure that that we stick to really making sure that our veterans are getting the support and assistance they need in order to make it possible, to make it work. Because, you know, New York City is not easy. It is a very hard thing to really work, but you need the support in order to really make something happen. And there are a lot of vets that are very experienced and very knowledgeable, but at the end of the day, it doesn't hurt to ask for assistance. And that's what we want to do. We want to be free and open to any veteran that wants to participate or needs that type of assistance moving forward. So here are some of our services that we're going to be providing. And we're technical again. I keep reiterating that, we keep touching on it. We are focused on developing a business for private and government contracting opportunities. Is not just about government work. We want to work with the companies like, you know, Amazon. We want to talk to McDonald's. We want to talk to all those big private businesses that do have some type of veteran program, so our veterans could be part of that supply chain or provide a support to them directly. So we're going to be helping with that. We're going to be providing one-on-one assistance to our veteran business owners. We're going to help with business owners apply for MWBE certification. So we're going to help them with that. EBE we're going to help them with. We're going to help them with the Federal Service Disabled Veteran Certification, the VOSB, the New York State Service Disabled, and we're going to help them with promoting and marketing strategy. And then on top of that, we're offering numerous amounts of numerous training sessions to help the veteran with their business, marketing operations, and government contracting strategy. But last but not least, again, we want to be an advocate or be advocates on behalf of the veteran business community. That is something that we're going to drive home. We want to talk to the private sector. We want to talk to the government. We want to talk to our stakeholders. And we want to talk to other organizations who are either providing some type of assistance to our vets. We want to work with them. We want to work with people who want to help our veterans go from the battlefield or from serving our country to moving to that new chapter. We want them to be successful. We want them to be part of our community again, because, you know, in years past, honestly, things were different. But in this, you know, moving forward, we are willing to help any vet that wants assistance, is seeking assistance, and or it is just asking a question. We will try to answer that question. But again, once again, our mission is to really have an answer for our veterans in terms of either resources, making sure that we make those contacts, either referring them back to DVS if need be, or even just the VA. If there's something that they need and we see that they need that service or support, we will make that effort. We will make that happen. That is something that we promise to do on a day-to-day, and our team is fully committed to that mission, to that purpose. This is our contact information right now. So just in case, our website will be fully operational within a couple of weeks. And that website will allow you to register right through and will connect you directly to a business advisor. You can call us or you can send us an email if you want. But we are going to be really on this in terms of really getting to our veterans. And we're going to also be sending out a list of new training topics once we launch the VBLA fully, once it's approved. So we are here to help. Again, even if we're not starting right now, you want to email us, you can email us. You can give us a call and we will answer the phone. I'm not waiting for the VBLA just to start answering questions. We are going to start that whenever you need us. Okay. So I want to just point that out. I want to just, say it. I say it all the time. Even just a little bit of a side note here. When I travel the country and I travel anywhere, my kids are with me. I always think on average, 90 to 95% of the time, I will thank our veterans when they're walking by. Some of them are with the Vietnam hats or World War II. They have some insignia on them. And I will say it outright, and my kids will ask me, but why do you do that all the time? Because why? Because they served our country, and you should do the same. So I want to thank you. I want to thank you for everything you've done for us and continue to do. And we are here to give that, to give something back to you at any given time. So thank you once again. I hand it back to the Queensborough President's Office to John. Thank you.
Thank you again, Edgar. We are going to have a brief question and answer period following the end of the program. So I'm sure if anyone who may be participating in today's webinar has any questions in regard to the VBLA, hopefully we can answer those questions for everyone towards the end of the program. I would now like to introduce our second co-host, the Queens Public Library. And I believe I see Jeffrey Lambert, who's here from the library, as well as Candid Mac Ingram and Erin Gray. I also believe that you do have a couple of slides that you would like to present. So I'm going to hand it over to you now. Thank you.
Yes. First, I want to say my name is Candid Mac. I am an entrepreneurship counselor from the Job and Business Academy here at Queensborough Library. I want to take this time out to thank the entire office of Queensborough President for partnering with us today. And I want to also thank my team, Jeff and Aaron, for selecting me to represent our department. So, and lastly, I want to say thank you to all the veterans for your services that you provided in keeping our country safe. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about what the Job and Business Academy has to offer. And I'm going to share my presentation on the upcoming business incubator that we have. So if you're unfamiliar with the Job and Business Academy at Queens Public Library, we provide specialized training and learning opportunities with an emphasis on technology training to job seekers, aspiring entrepreneurs, and business owners. And some of our ongoing services included, but are not limited to, virtual and in-person resume, job search, mock interviews assistance, one-on-one small business coaching, and a robust monthly calendar of digital literacy, job readiness, and small business workshops. So if you're in a mindset of maybe changing a career, entering something new, we are a one-stop shop where you can actually have your resume looked over and get you to the next step. Or if you want to pursue entrepreneurship, we can also take you to the next step of turning your idea into a reality. And this is where I would like to show my presentation as far as our upcoming business incubator. So hopefully everyone can see my screen. Awesome. So our business incubator, which is in partnership with Bank of America, Richmond County Savings, and Verizon, our goal is to provide a virtual program for new entrepreneurs to take their ideas from a concept to reality. We understood during COVID that a lot of people did get laid off. And not only that, a lot of people started to realize what their actual passion and purpose was. So the team here at Queens Public Library decided to create a program to assist those to take it step by step. So the requirements for this is the business has to operate online. So it does have to be an online business. And we are now looking in 3 specific areas of the industry, which is the food, retail, and service industry. So if you identify to that, this is the place for you, and you must apply online. So you can visit queenslibrary.org, and the deadline to apply for this winter session is January 2nd. So we will be having 2 sessions, one from January to March, and then we have a spring session that will be in April as well. Sorry. So the courses that's going to be included, and this is not everything, but we have goal setting, because you need to define your goals before you take the next step. You need to be clear on the goals that you want to achieve. We're going to also focus on identifying your customer because you need to know who you want to target. Because if you know who you want to target, then you know how to sell to them so they can buy from you. Developing a business plan, the right business model for your business, and much more. It's a 10-week program. I can tell you every 10-week courses, but then I couldn't invite you to my info session that's taking place next week. So also during this incubator, students will receive one-on-one coaching from an entrepreneurship counselor. And the main event of the incubator, I like to call it, is we're going to have our second pitch deck competition. So if you're a student, you are interested in applying for the incubator, you fulfill the 10 weeks of the program, you can submit to enter into our pitch competition where you can win up to $5,000 in prize money. And we also have different incentives as well. And then we have a couple of virtual information sessions. The first one being next Wednesday at 7 p.m. And all this will be via WebEx, but these are the dates here. And if you have the QR scan on your phone, you can scan the QR bar. If not, please feel free to contact us at the number that you see, 718-990-8625, or you can email us at smallbusiness@queenslibrary.org. And just for those veterans who's watching, if you have any business idea that you can think of that you've been sitting on and you just really say, you know, this is the year, this is the time that I want to make it happen, I guarantee you will not lose with Queens Public Library and the Business Incubator. So that's all my presentation. I didn't want to keep it too lengthy, but you do have the information here, and I will be here towards the end if there's any Q&A. And once again, thank you for having Queens Library here as a partner.
Thank you, Candid, for all of that information and all the work that Queens Public Library does and continues to do. I would now like to introduce Manly Lin, Economic Development Specialist for the U.S. Small Business Administration. Ms. Lin will present in detail all of the resources available at SBA. And without further ado, Ms. Lin, take it away.
Thank you so much. Have a lot of information to share with you, but you know everything you can visit sba.gov. So the good news actually right now, SBA have more than 30 different languages translation. So no matter what language you feel more comfortable, you can read all the information. So there are two websites. One is sba.gov, that's nationwide, no matter where you are. And for New York, sba.gov/NY, that's for New York District Office. We cover 14 counties. So SBA help you with financing, business training, government contracting, and disaster assistance. So no matter what stage of your business, actually, you can find the detailed information, programs, training to help you. So I'm going to talk about, actually, we have one-on-one counseling through our resource partner. We have 4 resource partners. The one is Veterans Business Outreach Center and also Small Business Development Center. In Queens, we have LaGuardia and York College, School Counselor and Women Business Center at Queensboro President's Building. QEDC have Women Business Center. So we all provide one-on-one counseling no matter what situation for your business. We also have U.S. Export Assistance Center. So you can find all the centers, just go to sba.gov/local assistance. Now I will list some programs actually for veterans, the training. The first one is Veterans in Entrepreneurship Training Programs. I won't go to the details. So Boots to Business and Boots to Business Reboot and Boots to Business Revenue Readiness. Okay, so have all the websites. You can go to the detail. So this is the introduction about the Boots of Business. Actually, it's open to transition service members and including National Guard and Reserve and their spouses. So this is the basic skills. And then you go to Boots to Business Reboot. So that one actually, so you can learn the really detailed, the practical skills. then continue get support from we call Boost to Business Revenue Readiness online courses, and also through SBA's resource partner. So the next programs actually is for women veterans entrepreneurship training programs. So there are 3 programs. Actually, you can find the detailed information. So women veterans, women service members, and the spouses of service members and veterans can get into this program. The next one is Service Disabled Veterans Entrepreneurship Training Program. You can see there are 4 programs here. So please find those detailed information. No matter you're already a business owner or you think about to start your own business. The next one is help veterans to get federal government contracting. So this is a huge actually for veterans actually. So there is one Veterans Institute for Procurement and also resources for military spouses. Federal government contracting assistance, you can see here, very important. US government is the biggest buyers. So every year spend more than $500 billion. There are 3% set aside for service disabled veterans. And if you are also economic disadvantaged business, actually you have 5% set aside. If you are a women-owned business, you have 5% set aside. So actually, if you're a minority, women, and the service disabled veterans, you have 13% of the $500 billion set aside government for you, government contract. So you can certify by yourself. Okay, you can go to the certified.sba.gov to certify for yourself. Then we have different programs to tell you, the advantage, how to certify for veterans owned or service disabled veterans owned business. Actually, we have all the one-on-one counseling and training for you. So this is the details all online. Also, just want to let everybody know in 2023, right now you can self-certify by yourself, but by 2023, you have to go through SBA. So I hope everybody should take advantage right now. You can certify by yourself. You can certify that. As long as you certify 2021, you can keep up 1 year after the transfer, so that's a good one. Now this is service disabled veterans. The government contracting have a lot of advantage for you. Also, the other things, veterans actually can buy the surplus personal property, okay, for veterans owned small business program. So that is go through the state agency for surplus property. So you can go to the detailed information here. Just talk to the state agency for surplus property here. Disaster assistance, I think everybody already know. If you haven't applied for the EIDL, actually you still have chance to the end of this year. For financing, no matter what stage of your business you need money, and we, SBA, we guarantee the loan for you. So the best things, you go to sba.gov, have a lender match. So you answer a few questions like how much money you need to borrow and what's that for, and your company's situation. Actually, we were, connect you to the lenders, so you can get matched in 2 days, and then you can talk to them and choose one to apply for your loan. So military reservist EIDL loan, this is for you if you have essential employees that actually called to active duty. Actually, you can apply for this loan up to $2 million. Okay, so this is the details. So SBA, we have 3 categories of loan. The first one is 7A loan. You can borrow up to $5 million. You can use that for almost everything. The good news for veterans, now veterans business don't have to pay for the guarantee fee. Okay, usually the guarantee fee depends on how much you borrow, but veterans actually are eliminated. Also, we have express loan. Same thing. Veterans don't have to pay the guarantee fee. You can borrow up to $500,000. 504 loan is for you to buy the property. for your own business or equipment can borrow up to $12 million. Okay, so this is a great one. Right now, the interest rate only 2 point something. So I encourage you, talk to 3 CDC that in New York. And also microloan is for startups. So we work with, in New York, we have 6 nonprofit organizations. You can talk to them, borrow up to $50,000 to start your own business. SBA also work with venture capitalists. So you can find those venture capitalists directly to find those venture capitalists, and then you can discuss with them. We also guarantee the surety bond for construction company. If you're looking to get government contract, we guarantee that for you. We have 3 international trade loan, so up to $5 million. You can talk to Ed that in New York. The last one, there are 2 grants actually for business for do the research and development. So actually SBIR, small business, you can see how much small business innovation research have a $3.2 billion every year. And small business technology transfer, this is a grant. This is 2 grants actually, $450 million every year. So every year have 5,000, at least 5,000 small businesses get this grant. Each of the projects is more than $1 million. So SBA will coordinate 11 federal government agency list here, including everything. So you should pursue that. Also, the technology transfer program, there are 5 government agencies have to work with a nonprofit research institution together. So this is actually, we oversize, we guide those programs, and also we work with state. Like this year, we have 3 organizations in New York got the funding to help you with pursue that SBIR and STTR. The best things, you can go to website to learn about, those 2 programs. Actually, there are 55 courses for you. So actually, thank you for your service, and we are here for you to help you start and grow and succeed. Thank you. That's my presentation.
Thank you, Ms. Lin. That was definitely a lot of information that you provided. And I'm sure that anyone who's going to be watching this video will definitely find something pertinent to what their interests are and what their needs are. So thank you again for that. Before we look to conclude our program, just to scan if there were any questions that may have not been answered. I don't believe at the moment that there are. Okay, so on behalf of Queensborough President Donovan Richards, I wanted to again thank everyone for joining us this afternoon to go over the resources available to veteran business owners. I wanted to thank again Commissioner James Hendon for everything that he continues to do at DVS. He's a great partner, and we look forward to continuing to work with you, as well as the Queens Public Library. Thank you for everything that you have done as well. And of course, the Small Business Administration. Thanks again for coming. And of course, I wanted to thank everyone on our end of it at Queensborough Hall, Michael Mallon, Tiffany Eason, Sharon Anderson, Chris Barca, and Carolina Gill. And also just to remind everyone that this video will be on our website, queensbp.org, as well as YouTube. So it's able to be viewed at any time. So I'm sure the valuable information that was provided today can be of use to anyone down the road. So we encourage everyone to continue to use it as a resource. And of course, just to remember, as we prepare to commemorate Veterans Day on Thursday, just to remember the sacrifices made by our veterans and everything that they've done for us to continue to live the way that we do. Thank you again, and enjoy the rest of your day.